Hello and welcome to another episode of your favorite sports podcast, Not Another Sports Podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Kevin.
What's up? This is Kevin.
Yes, sir. Brendan couldn't be with us again. He was helping set up the housewarming that we got going on later. But we do have a good backup plan. We got our boy Zion.
Yes, sir. This is my son.
Yes,
this is my
sir.
boy right here. Yes, sir. What's up, my boy?
You good? You ready for a good show?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. We're gonna kick it off with something positive. What you got, Kev?
And here with the family right now. Dang, people I love, always surrounded by people that I love, and it's a good feeling.
Yes, sir. For me, the Braves are back in the playoffs. We took an L last night, but it was kind of winnable game. But I mean, that happens. It's playoffs.
Yeah, but you can't say it just happens in the playoffs though. You gotta get them dubs so you can.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it happens.
Yankees didn't.
Yeah. I mean, we bounced back from it, come back stronger. But we're gonna kick it off with our weekly recap. We got the MLB playoffs since we're talking about it. In the ALDS, the Yankees lost to the Red Sox. In the NLDS, in the AL wild card, the Yankees lost to the Red Sox. In the NL wild card, the Cardinals lost to the Dodgers. And in the ALCS, so far we've got the Red Sox and the Rays tied 1-1. That was a crazy second game. And then in this other matchup, we got the Astros up 2-0 on the White Sox. In the NLCS, like we mentioned earlier, the Braves are down 1-0 to the Brewers, and the Giants went up 1-0 on the Dodgers. So what you got? What are your thoughts about the playoffs so far?
It's been a couple of games I watched. I kind of lost all taste for the playoffs because the Yankees lost and blew everything. So it kind of disappointed me, and I don't like cheering people or watching people that's in our division win championships or win. It's kind of weird. It's like I'm supporting UGA type stuff. But the last game with the Rays and the Red Sox was a good game. The Rays was up like 6-0, and then like the Red Sox went on a 14-1 run. I seen a few other runs, and then my boy right here had other plans for something else. So yeah, that was interesting. The Dodgers, I expect them to lose to the Giants. There was a lot of hype coming into that series, but I think the Giants are too good, and I always root for the demise of the Dodgers. The Astros are cheaters, so anything they do is invalid to me. So yeah, and Braves, y'all gotta do better. Come on now. I picked y'all to be in the World Series. One of y'all, like I told Jordan, Yankees or the Braves have to get there.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a really good playoff so far. That starting off with the first game, the Red Sox and the Yankees, that was a great game. I feel like the third base coach made a mistake sending Aaron Judge, especially knowing Fox laid it out. I mean, not Fox. ESPN laid it out on why it was a terrible decision. One, Aaron Judge isn't that fast. Two, the Yankees have the most. They've been thrown out the most at the plate than any other team. And three, the Red Sox have thrown out more people at the plate than any other team. So it was literally a recipe for failure.
I don't know. I guess he was trying to capitalize on the momentum, but instead you did the exact opposite.
I mean, the only kind of justifiable reason I could see for you sending him was because you knew Joey Gallo was on deck, and he hasn't really done much. But other than that, I don't know.
I felt like, I don't know. Joey Gallo is a professional, and in that moment, how the momentum was switching, I was at work watching the game, and I was feeling the momentum switch just by watching the game. And that one play changed everything, and the whole game went flat after that.
Yeah.
Like if he would have just stayed right there, we would have had a man on first. I mean, a man on second and third.
Yeah.
With him coming up, and I think it was only one out.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't really watch the Dodgers and the Cardinals game. I fell asleep. But I heard that it was a good game as well. Got a 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth. You love to see that. Only thing is, I hate, like I've said year after year, I hate short series. I hate 1-game series. I hate 5-game series. It doesn't feel like baseball. I feel like the longer the series goes out, the better team will win. And I feel like the better team won, but what if they didn't? Like, we would be having backlash of, well, some people thought the Yankees were the better team. So, I mean, that's arguable. Yeah. And then,
I mean, can I just say Garrett Cole was a complete disaster, bro?
I mean,
oh my gosh,
I kind of told you that before y'all signed him, that y'all should spread that money out. But, you know, who am I? I'm just a guy talking into a microphone.
A big stack of mid, man.
Hey, man.
2 innings.
I mean, you're not wrong. Hey, man. They shout out to the Red Sox, though. They won me 5 cases.
Dang.
I'm up to 9. Whenever you'd like to pay those off, I'm ready.
The Astros not only can see the future. I mean, not only can cheat, but they can see the future, bro. Because they get rid of everybody just in time and reload.
Yeah. But the other series is, I feel like I picked the Astros and the Red Sox in 4. I mean, not the Red Sox, the Rays in 4, and I picked the Braves and the Giants in 5. I can still see the other 2 series is going 5, but I'm gonna stick with 4 on the Rays. But I'm gonna go ahead and call that sweep for the Astros.
The Astros beating the Rays?
No, the Astros are beating the White Sox.
Oh, I thought you meant like
they up 2-0.
Are you surprised with the White Sox performance? There was a lot of hype for them coming in.
I didn't really watch them this series, so I don't know about them. I just know about their manager.
I think they had like a top 4 betting odds to win the to win the World Series.
Yeah, but I mean, they have an old school manager. Yeah. See how that worked out in the regular season. They kind of fell off towards the end. So
changed on his team.
Yep. But I mean, other than that, I feel like it's been a really good playoffs. Hopefully we can bounce back today and get a good win, but I'm not 100% sure. But we're gonna move on into the our next segment. We've got some WNBA news. The Mercury took care of the Aces last night. I was going for them. I'm kind of sad.
You going for the Aces?
Yeah. I like shout out to Asia Wilson and Liz Cambage. Okay, I like Liz Cambage. Plus I didn't like I don't know. It just feels a little weird. Nobody really commented. Everybody has that smoke for super teams in the NBA, but nobody has that smoke in the WNBA. Like the Mercury literally have Diana Taurasi, Skylar Diggins, and Brittany Griner on the same team.
So
that's my point. Nobody. It's so in the WNBA, but it's not so in the NBA. Like that's literally my point.
I mean, not to discriminate or be sexist, but it's a different level. I mean,
I don't know.
You know
they didn't look like the better team last night. The Mercury. It looked like the Aces just gave that game away.
I mean, shout out to the Mercury. I seen the Mercury in person. Actually, it was courtside for the game against Atlanta Dream, and this team is hard. They got legends on their team.
I mean, they do, but they didn't look like legends last night. Diana Taurasi definitely stood. Yeah, in the fourth quarter, she definitely hit those big-time threes, but before that, she was struggling.
I mean, but this whole year, this team has been struggling, though. They came into Atlanta with, like 13-13 or something like that.
I mean, it is the lowest win percentage between the two conference. I mean, between the two teams in the finals, it's the lowest win percentage between both of them. Yeah, they was like 16-16. 15 of those 16 wins came with Candace Parker on the court, but who cares? No cap. No cap. She's literally my favorite player of all time.
I hope she get a ring, but at the same time,
Nah, I definitely want
Brittany
I
Griner
definitely
and
want
Derek
Chicago
Drysdale
to
in that one.
get this ring.
Definitely.
If the Aces were playing, I would be how you are. But nah, I definitely want Chicago to get this ring. Shout out to
I mean,
Candace.
the Aces blew our opportunity this year, but they're young. They're
They
gonna probably
had
win a couple of championships. This team, that team, remind me of like the Maya Moore Timberwolves. No, was it Timberwolves? Are they the Timberwolves? No, the Lynx. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I know this got bruh in hot water, but I'm saying this comparatively to the other positions. Liz Cambage is too tall to be getting her shot blocked by guards. That's all I'm saying. But
Yeah.
she definitely had some wide open layups that she also missed. This is coming from a person that really likes Liz Cambage, so I gotta be honest. There were a couple of wide open layups that she missed, and that changed the game of the series. So
I agree.
I mean, they
She's still
definitely
an
dropped the
all-star.
ball. They could have toppled off a super team, but it's okay. That's what Candace Parker is for.
Maybe the pressure got to him. You know?
I don't know what it was. She looked like she was too busy trying to campaign for a foul. She was on her LeBron thing. Girl, if you don't get that layup and then scream, "Everyone!" That's how you got to do it. You can't do it after you miss.
She was going up against Brittany Griner. It's probably
No,
intimidating.
she got her shot blocked by Diana Taurasi. Like, why are you bringing it got blocked back here. Like, the ball was back here when she got it blocked.
I'm not surprised. That's what she do. She like.
I get it,
she like
but
a female D-Wade. Her and Candace Parker. Like
I
a
get it,
female
but I'm
D-Wade.
just saying, like, she got it blocked, got the rebound, and then hit the front of the rim, bro. Like, I need that to be a bucket. I'm rooting for you. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to be like, yeah, y'all toppled off a super team, but I can't.
I mean, but would you consider it a super team with the
Yes,
way they
dude,
played
it's a
this
super
year?
team. No, it doesn't matter how you play. It's about the construction of the roster. Super team has nothing to do with your final outcome. It's all about expectations.
It's all about expectations.
Super teams have nothing to do with whether you win the championship or not. That's literally not how that works.
But it would be considered a super team even with Diana Taurasi at 39 years old.
Yes, dude. We're not doing this again.
All right, so with LeBron, like 39.
We're not doing this again, dude.
Okay.
Yes, that's how that works. It doesn't have anything to do with age. It doesn't have anything to do with none of that. You are literally called the GOAT. You are part of a super team. But moving on to the NFL, we got some top 5 games of the week. The Eagles and Panthers. It's literally only snuck in here because I like Jalen. And there weren't really many other top contenders. We got basically the Panthers go how Christian McCaffrey goes. They're 3-0 when he plays, 0-1 when he doesn't. So, other than that, I really don't have much to say. I hope Jalen can pull this out, but I don't really see it if McCaffrey is playing. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
Yeah, McCaffrey is playing. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I think it's too much for the Philadelphia Eagles to handle. They've been competitive though. Jalen Hurts is definitely proving himself every game, and Devontae Smith is also doing what they can. I can't really say they balling out, obviously, but they're trying to make the most of what they have going on over there. So I see this game being competitive, but I'm gonna give the edge to the Panthers if McCaffrey is playing.
Yeah. Next one is the Bears and the Raiders. Shout out to my boy Justin Fields. He's getting his first official start as the end of the season quarterback. I don't know why it took this so long. We kind of saw this coming. We knew at the beginning of the season either Andy Dalton was going to struggle or he was going to get hurt and give the job to Justin Fields. Matt Nagy tried his best saying, well, when he gets healthy, he'll start. When he gets healthy, we'll see. No. You said that on Sunday, and on the next Wednesday, he was the starter. So it sounds to me like you got overruled, but, I don't know. Again, I'm just a guy talking into a mic. But I'm going to take the Raiders. I feel like coming off that loss, they played the Chargers last week. Mm-hmm. So coming off that loss, I feel like they're going to be a little bit motivated. Your boy John Gruden is in a lot of hot water. I forgot to put that in the episode.
Oh, yeah, he did.
That man is He's a wild boy, but the NFL gonna keep him on. They're just gonna hope
Spider web banana.
No cap. They're just gonna hope it blows over. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Same. I'm going with Oakland. Not Oakland. Las Vegas Raiders. I'm sorry. I'm going with the Raiders. Yeah, like you said, I think they're going to bounce back from the loss that they took against the Chargers. Close. It was closer than what the score led on to believe. The Raiders actually woke up midway through the game, but it was a little bit too late. And then also, it was a home game for the Chargers, so they definitely got some calls. You know how that go. I think they're definitely going to bounce back this week and get this dub. Justin Fields is going to come in. I don't want to be a hater, but I never was that big of a fan of Justin Fields. I don't really see what Jordan see in him. I think he's going to be a good quarterback, but I don't think he has the upside as a Trevor Lawrence do, or maybe even a Trey Lance. So,
well, one, I don't even know where Trey Lance came from. He was literally nobody's second choice 3 months before the draft, and then all of a sudden he just shot up there. And Justin Fields was definitely vying with the number one quarterback all through high school and in college. So I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I've seen him. He was a senior my freshman year at Kennesaw State. So I saw him play in high school. Like literally went to the game and watched him play.
More of like, I feel like he's one of those quarterbacks. If you put him in the right situations, he'll be okay. That's like every quarterback.
I was just about to say, what quarterback wouldn't? I feel like his upside is a little bit higher than than Trevor Lawrence's. I feel like his drive is higher. Mm-hmm. 2, I feel like his arm is a little bit better, and 3, he's more mobile. Mm-hmm. Like he outplayed Trevor Lawrence in back-to-back games. Even though his team lost the first game. Even though, like, everybody can admit Deshaun Watson outplayed Jake Coker. So, I mean, even though his team lost. But, you know.
Deshaun Watson got the clout, though. So it's more to that, too, why people be boosting other people. But we're not going to get into that right now.
Okay. But I'm just saying. I feel like Trevor Lawrence was a little bit overhyped. And I feel like I've said multiple times on this podcast, I feel like Justin Fields is going to be the best player in this draft. Well, maybe not best player, best quarterback. Maybe not best player. Maybe not best player, but best quarterback, definitely.
That boy, Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons.
See, now this one is not on me because they do be saying Micah. Saying Micah.
ESPN,
I need to know the right one.
ESPN is on their own separate. They can't get nothing right. I don't know what's their problem.
So it's Micah.
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. Yes. You're a dog. Cowboys finally made a great decision.
Hey man, I said it when we was doing our little draft thing. When we was saying who we would pick, I said that's the perfect pick for them. Even though I hate the Cowboys, that's literally what they need. So I mean, and my boy Trayvon's finally starting to step up. Obviously, he's not playing for draft status anymore like he was his junior year at Alabama. He's not going for strips instead of focusing on making fourth down tackles. But, you know, hey, I'm just glad he's finally happy.
He's doing his thing, though.
Okay.
He's doing it.
Shout out. Roll Tide, even if it is for the enemy. But in our third game, we got the Browns and the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers. The Browns have been reeling. They've already got the excuses out, talking about Baker Mayfield's been hurt, even though it's in his his non-throwing shoulder. And for some reason, him and Odell can't get together.
You surprised?
No, but I don't like the fact that everybody trying to blame Odell. Like, this is Baker.
You surprised?
No, but I'm saying, like, I don't like how this is shaping up.
2 games. I don't think blame Odell.
I don't think Odell is like as good as Kevin does, but I don't think it's his fault that they're not as good as expectations are, because Baker was struggling before Odell came back. Like, he had that one good game against Kansas City,
Jarvis
but
Landry also has been out too. And
Jarvis Landry got hurt when Odell came back.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like 2 weeks, I guess.
I mean, I guess, but all I'm saying is, it's not Odell's fault that they're not living up to expectations. Mm-hmm. Like, This man Skip Bayless got that excuse working up before he even started playing. He said, as soon as Odell comes back, they gonna start losing. Like, no, that's not how that works. Blame Baker. He's the quarterback.
But see, I already knew this. Like, it was either about ego. I said until Baker Mayfield showed me he could play with Odell, I don't believe in the Browns, no matter how dominant Nick
But
Chubb
it's not
and Kareem
like that.
is.
Don't even make sense though. Like, how is it Baker playing with Odell? It's Baker just playing. Like, Odell has nothing to do with this.
I'm not blaming Odell specifically. It just seems, but it's like whenever he's involved, it's a problem.
But they were
And then now
not
they trying to
playing
blame-
well before he came back.
But now they're trying to blame it on the torn labrum he has in his arm, but it's in his left arm. It's not in his throwing arm. So it's like,
Exactly.
well,
I don't get it, bro.
And
Like,
to
stop.
me,
Just call it what it is, bro. Baker
good.
isn't as good as everybody wants to claim he is. He's not the number one pick. There
I-
was Josh Allen. There was Lamar Jackson in that same draft, and they messed up.
I give you these two takes. If the Browns would have took Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, they would have won a Super Bowl by now.
By now?
Or right now. Or this year.
By
would be it.
now?
Right now. Either one of them. We're still getting all the pieces they got. Not taking anything away from them. Just, they would have drafted Josh
Shoot.
Allen or Lamar Jackson Super Bowl
They
right now.
might have won it last year.
And then
Because
you put
they
Justin Fields in that situation.
Josh Allen is gonna beat Chad Henne.
Yeah.
Who did the Chiefs play after that?
The Patriots.
They played the Buffalo Bills. The Bills wouldn't have been there, so I don't know who. You can't really say about that, but you can safely assume they would have made it to the Super Bowl. And I mean, it would have been a toss up between the It would have been a toss up between the Bucks and the Browns, but I'll give you they would have made it to the Super Bowl. I won't give you definitively that they would have won it, but I'll definitely have that argument that they would have made it.
For both of them, I feel like they could have got the job done. And also, I do believe if you swap out Baker Mayfield with Justin Fields, you'll see a lot more W's. I'm not a big. I said he was going to be a good NFL player. He's going to be better than Tua, I believe. But yeah, if you put Justin Fields in there, I think he's going to do better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's Justin Fields. But you said you taking Vegas.
Yes.
Okay, so wait, no, in this game, who you got? I got the Chargers and the Browns. Who you got?
The Chargers.
Okay, so the next game we got the 49ers and the Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I don't think that the 49ers are as good as advertised. We gonna see what Trey Lance is. Everybody been hyping him up.
Jimmy Garoppolo not playing?
No, he's hurt. Like, are you surprised? just like you said with Odell, are you surprised?
I'm not. I ain't see nothing about him getting hurt.
Duh, it's not breaking news anymore.
I'm saying, so he got hurt at practice or something?
No, he got hurt in the last game. Trey Lance came in for him during the game. Like, literally, it's not a surprise. Nobody is surprised to see that just Jimmy Garoppolo isn't playing. Like, I don't even. Oh, his calf started tightening up, so he couldn't really do much. But other than that, I mean, I feel like he was good. But I mean, I feel like once they made the switch, they started moving the ball, but they're not as good as advertised. So I feel like the Cardinals gonna take this game, and Kyler Murray is definitely so far the MVP of the season.
Also, I'm also agree with you. The Cardinals is gonna win this game. They're a better team. They have all the momentum right now. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins in the game. Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yes, doing a pretty good job right now. Coaching for his job right now. Because if they don't win, he's probably out of there. So 5-0 right now. A lot of teams start off good, 5-0, 6-0. But this is after these 2 weeks. This is when it really gets to the nitty gritty. You see what teams are and ain't.
Yeah. And the last one, we got the Bills and the Chiefs. I'm gonna take the Bills. I feel like they're a little bit of a better team. Their defense is playing great right now. They got back-to-back shutouts. I get it. They've played 4 teams that are trash, have trash quarterbacks, but they just look like they're clicking right now. Josh Allen has refound his stride, And the Chiefs are not looking too hot right now. They struggled with the Eagles until like the fourth quarter, and then they lost back-to-back games, and they should have lost to the Browns. So I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout or anything, but I'm going to just go ahead and take the Bills. I feel like they're a little bit better of a team, top to bottom, and I feel like they have revenge on their mind from last year, coming off that AFC Championship loss.
Bills and Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Bills as well. The Chiefs and Bills look mortal this year. Neither team look as dominant as people expected. But the AFC seems to be a little bit more predictable with knowing the top 4 teams than the NFC. With all of that being said, I do believe that the Bills is going to win this game. The Chiefs' defense, bless you. The Chiefs' defense got to do better. It's looking like the defense that they lost in the AFC Championship a couple years ago to the Patriots defense. So, and Patrick Mahomes, all that flashiness and stuff is good when you have the weapons. But I don't think they have all the explosive weapons as they used to have. You know, they still have Tyreek and they still have Travis Kelce, which is going to put up points, going to put up numbers and stuff like that. But, like, the supporting cast around that, they don't have what they used to have. And you kind of, Patrick Mahomes look ordinary.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. They were literally in the middle of a dynasty, and now they're 2-2. Looking up from the bottom of the AFC West. Life really comes at you fast.
People be trying to like start stuff so fast instead of just, you know, letting it go. You know what I'm saying? If you get 2 championships in a row, okay, that's cool.
You know who was supposed to be a dynasty after losing the Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. The Atlanta Falcons. Going into that Super Bowl, everybody was saying they were going to be a dynasty. They had a young coach that had made it to the Super Bowl in their second year. They had young pieces, MVP quarterback. They were on the top of the world. All that fell in like one season.
No, that shit.
Not once. Well, they went to the playoffs the next season, but after that,
it fell off in a quarter and a half when Tom Brady came back.
Dog, I watched this documentary on YouTube about that. Like, it really tells the whole history of the Falcons, like from beginning to end. Bro, that documentary is so good. It was like they basically broke down what all led into how they lost that Super Bowl. Like, they was telling from beginning to like how they got the team started to all that. And then they was also breaking down how hard, like truly how hard they had to try to lose that Super Bowl. Like how much had to go wrong for them to lose. It was a lot. It was a really good documentary though.
Life of a fan of any Atlanta team.
Okay, I've also watched one on the Mariners and the I'm watching one. I just finished one on the Cavs. Or no, I'm like the third part. I got like 20, 30 more minutes left. It's really good. It's on YouTube, Secret Base. But
Secret Base.
Yes, sir. I can send you the link. But yeah. I found out so much about the Mariners. I didn't even realize Randy Johnson, Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr. and Edgar Martinez was all on the same team at the same time. I thought Ken Griffey Jr. came in the year. I mean, I thought Alex Rodriguez came in the year Ken Griffey Jr. left, but they was like on the same team for like 2-3 years.
And didn't win nothing.
Didn't do nothing. I mean, they beat the Yankees. Come on, dog. That was their first real taste of playoffs history. Bro, you gotta watch the documentary. It was good. That was literally, they was on the brink of being sold. Like, they should have been sold. Like, the county, I mean, the city basically said, we not paying for no new renovations, nothing. But they went on that playoff run, beat the Yankees, and then they was like, all right, we gonna find some money for y'all. Like, that was crazy. Like, Edgar Martinez literally saved the Mariners.
Saved the franchise.
Also, Randy Johnson say, I don't want to break this down, but it was they really do a really good job. And like they could have kept Randy Johnson. They basically gave away Ken Griffey Jr. because he didn't want to stay. They couldn't keep A-Rod, like a whole bunch of different stuff. It's great. But that being said, we picked all our NFL games. We're going to move on into the NBA preseason. Penny said that we should talk about the preseason. Not gonna lie, the only game I watched was the one I was at, the Hawks and the Cavs. Shout out to the Cavs, first of all. They have a really good team that's lost in a really deep East. Shout out to Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, even though he got boomed on. My goodness. That was, oh my God.
But
They showed that
dunkers
replay
get
like
dunked on.
6 different times from 6 different angles, just
they
because.
get dunked on.
And then when Jared Allen went to the free throw line, they was yelling out John Collins. Like, that was crazy. It was lit. It was a really fun preseason game.
John Collins getting a reputation for booming on folks.
No cap. He be putting folks in a body
How long
bag.
did they play?
Huh?
How long did they play?
The starters?
Mm-hmm.
They played the whole game.
Oh,
Trey
for
Young didn't play. He was hurt, but they played pretty much the whole game. They lost, but yeah. I feel like the Cavs gonna be straight. They just gotta find somebody to take Kevin Love off their hands so they can actually get another body in there.
Kevin Love is getting millions just chilling.
Kevin Love actually played in that preseason game.
How long?
He had at least two different stints. I saw him on the court twice. It was the first time he was in. I looked back down at my phone and he was out. But
so is it LeBron fault his career has nosedived?
we could say that for a couple of different players, but to answer your question, yes.
It's either you succeed with LeBron because he brought the best out of you,
or he ruins your reputation.
Are you trash and you can't live?
Or
up
he
to the
ruins your
pressure?
reputation. It's one or the other.
Sounds like can't live up to the pressure.
That man Rodney Hood ain't bounced back since. Jay Crowder be splashing in the playoffs.
Jordan Clarkson did.
Jordan Clarkson just got 6th Man of the Year. That's the only reason people like him now. And he in Utah. Nobody could really talk about him. But I'm just saying, like, either you play well for him or he ruined that reputation. It's his fault. No, that's not how that should be. Folks don't even think of AD the same now. AD used to be just as hurt in New Orleans, but now he hurt. And now it's his fault. Stop it. You knew who you was getting.
I mean,
Just needed a scapegoat.
extra. Like he just
You just needed somebody who was a scapegoat and who was willing to take on your BS. Nobody else wanted to except AD. But I mean, other than that, it ain't really much to talk about. Everybody want to talk about Russ in his first preseason game. I'm not gonna harp on it. I don't really care. It's preseason, but I mean, I get it. At some point, they gonna have to figure out what's gonna be their rotation. Like they had a point when Malik Monk was bringing up the ball, and both Russ and LeBron was off ball. That's not gonna cut it in the regular season.
Why not?
Okay, have both of them off ball if you want to.
You mean constantly?
I mean, I'm not saying they need to dribble the ball out. I mean, they need to dribble the air out the ball the whole game, but like, I wouldn't do that multiple times, especially not in the playoffs.
Yeah. Malik Monk ain't even been in those situations yet, so I wouldn't want him. I mean, but they have Rondo, so that's why I was like, will it? Because they have Rondo.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to have Rondo, Russ, and LeBron James all on the same court, be my guest.
And
But
also Kendrick Nunn. I mean, what you call him now?
Snake. Shout out to
He
Snake.
played in a system where he brought it up with Jimmy Butler and
I mean,
Goran Dragic and stuff
I
like
get
that.
it. I just would rather have one of those two players with the ball in their hands than Snake or Malik Monk or even Rondo. Like, those wouldn't be my top options. But yeah, we're gonna move on into the next topic. It's literally in here only for Kevin. I have zero care in the world for this fight, but it's Wilder Fury Part 3. I'm gonna go with Tyson Fury. I feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like either one of them can win, but I'm gonna go with Deontay Wilder just because he's from Tuscaloosa. Like literally, that's my only reason. I don't have much faith in him. He's literally fought and complained about the costume weighing him down. That was the reason why he lost. But now he's gonna wear another costume. So I mean, clearly either you don't care or you just trying to get a check. But I mean, I don't know. It feels like this whole pre-fight they just been trying to sell excuses for whoever lose. Like if Tyson Fury loses, it's gonna be because he had COVID and he couldn't bounce back in time to actually train. And if Wilder lose, is because he wasn't able to focus because they kept delaying the fight. He wasn't really able to get a constant training session, and he can't fight. He's not a real boxer, quote unquote. And the last time he got knocked out, he couldn't really bounce back. Literally, this whole pre-fight has just been selling excuses, not the fight.
I mean, they gotta hype it up somehow. All the hype kind of has faded because all the top notch boxers are fading, they falling. Like Anthony Joshua just coming off a loss, and Tyson Fury was trying to fight him instead of Deontay Wilder. He didn't want to give this rematch, so if he do lose, there's gonna be a couple people out there saying he didn't want the rematch.
Oh yeah, that's another reason. They definitely was selling that too. Yeah. He wasn't focused on him. He was trying to fight Joshua, but Tyson Fury made him fight anyway. I mean, Deontay Wilder basically forced him to fight anyway.
But it's not a force. It's common sense, bro. If you a champion, y'all fight for belts, and y'all have a draw the first time, then y'all fight again and you lose. It's automatic that you got to get it back. It's not no. It's not
I'm just telling you what the.
But that's like common sense. That's like if you fighting somebody in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all fighting and y'all don't feel like nobody won. It was a draw. You be like, okay, let's run it back.
Hey man, that's partially one of the reasons I'm not really interested in boxing. Like, it don't really feel no different than just a fight I can watch on Twitter.
I mean, that's why I like all of those fights. I like watching it all.
Yeah, I mean, I can just catch the highlights. Like, one, I'm not finna pay for it. Two, I'm not finna drive to a restaurant that's playing it. And three, if it's nobody that I really, really, really care about, I'm not finna search for no link on YouTube. I mean, on the internet to watch it.
I mean, I just like the sport. I enjoy the sport, and
I mean, I get it. It's just one of those I can just watch the highlights.
Of course, but for me, I got the hookup. Shout out to Master P. You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about no pay-per-view prices. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm definitely not paying for no pay-per-view prices.
But with all that being said, Tyson Fury coming in almost 300 pounds. He's coming in at like 279, 280. Deontay Wilder coming in at 230. Tyson Fury, to me, is a better boxer, better skilled, athletic, orthodox fighter who can really put his weight on you, weigh you down. And if he gets fatigued, then maybe Deontay Wilder can come in and sneak him and knock him out or something like that. But I just don't see it happening. I want Deontay Wilder to win. I'm supporting him. He's the brother. You got to support your own, and you want him to be great. But I don't know. This guy a little bit too good.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him. I'm not picking him. How about that? But yeah, we'll move into our penalty kicks, quick hitters. Vic Fangio and John Harbaugh got into it. He was basically saying that they have no class. They don't uphold the sanctity of basketball. Football. I'm sorry. He doesn't respect the rules. Doesn't respect the sport. Boy, that was a funny day in PE. That man told him he don't respect the sport. But yeah, I feel like other than that, I don't have a problem with what John Harbaugh was doing. If you want the record, go out there and get the record. You work that hard to get the record that long, you might as well go ahead and finish it out. And ain't no point in just giving up on it. And what message would that send to your team if you got that close and you just said, "Oh well, we're gonna do the right thing. We're gonna quit. Let's stop fighting for something." Like, that doesn't send a good message. And I feel like John Harbaugh made a great point. Like, bro, you were just trying to score a touchdown last drive. Like, there was absolutely no way you could get in the end zone and actually win this game. If you cared that much about us not trying to go get the record, why didn't you just run the clock out? That's a great. At that point, Vic Fangio just got to shut up. Like, even if you didn't take that route, you throw the ball in the end zone while you were trying to do, just stop them. Like, call a blitz. You knew they were going to try to get the record. Call a blitz. That doesn't make sense. Like, you talking about player safety? Like, you should be worried about your players being safe. Your player is out. Like, no.
Yeah, I agree with you. John Harbaugh has said something along the lines of like, it's important to us. We wouldn't expect them to, care about it or like.
Yeah, what he said, what's important to us isn't really important to everybody else.
And that's true. But what I think this is a case of, the coach for the Broncos was a former coach with us, with Baltimore, and it's been stretching over 3 seasons, so he's very aware of the record. He was a part of it, He understands. He understands what's going on. And would you want to be the coach that was a part of it, and then you get your own team, and then that same thing you was a part of get broken on you?
I mean, I get it from both sides, but
so I think it was just a sense of him being salty.
Nah, just say that then. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to hide behind being a good sport, being a man of the integrity and none of that. Be real.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I'm saying. Like, it just don't make sense. It don't sound genuine. But moving on, we got, speaking of players being out, we got Teddy Bridgewater. Surprise, surprise, is hurt. We got Jimmy Garoppolo. Surprise, surprise, is hurt. I feel like there was another notable quarterback injury. Oh, Russ. He just got hurt. He's going to be out for at least a month. That's tough. That's literally my favorite quarterback. I watch the Seahawks every week. So I guess that frees up a TV spot I can not have to watch, but I guess that's the only bright spot in this. I feel like this is setting up for Russ not coming back. I feel like he's made it clear if they don't improve, he doesn't want to be there, and it doesn't look like they're trying to improve. So, I mean, they had Jalen Smith out there. I don't think he's the best linebacker in the world, but he was available. It would have been an upgrade. They said, nah, we good. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like out of all these quarterbacks being hurt, I feel like Teddy Bridgewater being hurt is the least significant, I guess. I feel like they have a steady enough backup in Drew Lock. He can hold it down. They wanted Trey Lance out there so bad, so we're going to see what he look like. I don't know if he's going to be ready or not, but that's not on me. I didn't draft a quarterback that was supposed to be ready in case my quarterback got hurt and decided to draft a quarterback who only threw 44 passes in college. So,
I mean, he's not the only one that happened to.
He's not. Michael Vick did it too, but Michael Vick was Michael Vick. We gonna see what he is, and I'm not gonna do a one week sample size. That's not how I roll. We gonna see. I'm gonna wait a while and give him a good opportunity to prove himself.
Okay. I heard what you said, but what was the topic again?
Quarterbacks being hurt.
Quarterbacks being hurt. Teddy Bridgewater is a concussion protocol, right? Teddy Bridgewater in a concussion protocol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope my boy get well, speedy recovery. You know, concussions, once you get them, that's not something that just goes away. Those probably are recurrent things, you know. So I hope he can hurry up and get through the protocols to get back in. The Broncos need him. Drew Lock. I like Drew Lock, but I don't think he's a better option than Teddy Bridgewater. And it's not a surprise, obviously. And it's not a surprise that he's injured, but it's unfortunate. And the same thing with Jimmy Garoppolo. Either he's injured or he's that's it. Either he's injured
or he's struggling, because he was definitely struggling. He threw a terrible pick before he got hurt.
About to say, he was the worst thing after that is he throw interceptions at key moments, but.
I don't know, bro. I don't see his arm talent. I don't see the arm talent that everybody else sees. It looks like he struggles to make throws. Like he looked like Drew Brees his last 3 years. How Drew Brees would have to wind up to make those deep passes.
I was about to say, who knows how his health is right now? You know, because he's always hurt.
That's true. That's a valid point. So. But moving on, we got yo boy. He's a wild boy. That man's a wild boy. Urban Meyer, he's a wild boy. That man, after a loss, stayed in Ohio and went to a bar and was taking pictures with fans while they were dancing on him.
That's crazy. But he said he started out with him going. He's staying to see his family and stuff like that.
Yeah, he said he was staying to see his grandkids, even though his wife tweeted and said that she was with the grandkids. So somebody is not telling the truth.
Yikes! I didn't even know that part.
Yes,
oh
sir.
boy,
Yes.
they tweaking.
Yeah, he a wild boy.
He's not used to losing, so who knows? He probably just needed a mental break. He pulled a Ben Simmons. Remember Ben Simmons didn't get back to the flight from Miami to Philly?
This year?
Yeah, that was one of the reasons. That was one of the issues they had this year.
Oh yeah,
Miami.
He doesn't want to be there, so that was obvious.
Urban Meyer probably doesn't want to
Nobody
be there.
talked about the fact that him and Joel Embiid didn't fly on the same flight to the All-Star game. Like they was in the same city, took 2 separate flights.
They didn't like each other that much, I guess.
It's a whole jet, dude. A private plane. You can't get the front. I can't get the back. I need a whole plane to myself.
No, bro. We can't get on each other. Planes. We can't do none of that.
Exactly. I'm just saying, bro. So it's not a surprise that he wants out. That's my whole point.
True.
Yeah. Moving on to our last one. Players trying to hit a lick on the health system. I don't know what it is, bro. They saw a loophole. They tried to jump through it. I'm not saying throw the book at them, but I don't like how DJ Wnba was going on the radio talking about just give them a slap on the wrist. Nah, bro. They did the crime. They need to do the time. Don't give them no excess time, but no. They knew what they was doing. They grown men. And it's not like if you was smart about it, I would have some lenient. I would be compassionate for you. Like maybe you really needed it and you desperately like you got messed up in the system. But dog, y'all had grammatical errors, font errors. One of the dudes said he was in Beverly Hills and he was in China. Dog, like y'all all had the same root, the same 6 teeth getting worked on the same day at the same time. All of y'all. Like, come on, bro. Like, if you gon', I'm not saying if you gonna lie better, but yes, don't lie like that, bro. Like, you're messing it up for everybody. Now, like Shannon was saying, bro, you pushing people that really need those services down the line. Like, nobody want to talk about that, but like the healthcare system is already in flux. Like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, and people need services. Like, and you just making it more difficult for other people that actually need it. I feel like that's what made me the most mad. But like I said, bro, like I'm not saying put them under the jail. It's not that they didn't kill nobody. So I mean, but I'm not saying just don't give them no punishment. They definitely did the crime, so they should do the time. If they did it allegedly. You know, all the facts ain't out yet, so you gotta say allegedly. But if they did the crime,
if they did it, they should deserve some consequences and stuff like that. But I don't believe jail or prison is that deep for that. I mean, it was $4.4 million. That's equivalent to like chump change to them. They could really pay a hefty fine and be mandated probation or something like that. Prison, you're not wrong. Kind of far fetched.
You're not wrong. I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know what the precedent for this penalty is. That's not usually what I do. This is Brandon's job to find out all this information and provide it to you. But he's not here. So I don't know what their punishment should be. All I'm saying is their punishment should fit the crime. Don't give them no slap on the wrist. Don't say, just they were in the NBA, so just, look the other way. No. That's all I'm saying. But
I feel like no man's life should be put in somebody else's hands and told them how they should spend how they days. So
I mean, yeah, until you do something that deserves for you to do that. Yeah. And if this deserves it, I don't know if it does or not. I don't know the precedent. But if it deserves it, then they should have thought about that before they was saying they were in Beverly Hills and were in China.
Get y'all money, brothers, but be smart.
Get it the right way.
Get your money.
Don't scam. It's not cool.
Home in Atlanta. I mean, you in Atlanta, but you can.
I am. So I definitely can say it. It's not cool. I know I definitely have known scammers since high school, middle school, maybe even elementary school. Who knows? But my point is, get it the right way. Like me, I was the neighborhood selling pencils, notebooks, paper, erasers in elementary school. Got to middle school, moved up to candy. Find you a hustle, bro. Like, you're not too good for a job. Who do you think you are? Ask for a job with the team. Like, it's literally millions of ambassador jobs. Hey, I just begged for one the other day. I mean, it's literally not that hard. Just get involved somehow, but be involved the right way. That's all I'm saying. But moving on to our final, the pick the ending. This one came from Brandon. Should the Yankees move on from Aaron Boone?
Yes. Get him out of here, man. Sheesh, bro. Tired of this, bro. He's not. I mean, like, what has he done?
I mean,
It's 5 seasons.
I feel like
5 seasons already, 6 seasons already.
4. This is his 4th.
Oh, that's 2 more.
Yeah, he would be the first manager to go 5 seasons. I mean, he would be the first manager to go into his 5th season without a World Series ring. Not appearance, ring.
And we ain't even get nowhere near a World Series.
I mean, y'all got kind of close. Y'all made it to a CS.
See?
Y'all made it to a CS, so that counts for something.
No, it doesn't. It's not the World Series, man. It's
forever.
Close, and we lost in like 5 games.
Hey, man, that's Aroldis Chapman's fault. And Jose Altuve should have told him not to cover up his chest. Maybe he would have been exposed then. All I'm saying is, I feel like I wouldn't move on from him just yet because it's not his fault that their lineup was stacked with a bunch of right-handed hitters and when they play in a park that is perfect for a left-handed bat. Mm-hmm. And it's also not his fault that the one left-handed bat that they brought in couldn't find the baseball at all, even if it was a beach ball. So, I mean, it's not necessarily his fault, but you got to blame somebody. So,
I mean, can see him. It's not all his fault, like you said. Injury-prone stars, you know what I'm saying? Like, a couple of bad trades that I don't think all was on him.
None of them were on him.
So, it's like
he has no control over the team that's on the field. He literally just goes out there and makes the lineup, which I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard. Like, we're not talking about the fact that he led them to the playoffs when their whole team was hurt last year. So, led them to the CS, if I'm not mistaken. No, they lost in the second round.
I don't know. Did he lead them, or at that moment those players just
dog? They was playing farm system players. He led them to the playoffs. Like there were a lot of roster moves and lineup changes that were needed to be made that he made. So yes, I'm saying that he led them. Now I don't watch every Yankees game, so I don't know. But all I'm saying is I would try to restructure the lineup before I try to move on from him. Try to get into more pitchers instead of a pitcher. Like they're probably going to focus on Max Scherzer, which I wouldn't do. No. But I mean,
no, we always try to go get these on it down end pitchers.
I mean, no, Max Scherzer's still at the top of his game
until you get to New York.
I mean,
until he get to New York.
That'd be on y'all. That's y'all fault. Like, that's y'all fault for paying him all that, though.
You know, but there's no choice. When it comes to the Yankees, you have to throw a bat. That's what they expect. You're not finna be a Yankee with no mid-level check or no somewhat reasonable check. It's New York.
Or then find somebody else who will take the mid-level check.
That means we have to have a
mid-level check for him is the bag to somebody else.
That means we gotta have a better farm system, and we don't have that right now.
That's y'all fault. Y'all kept trading off draft picks for mid stars like Troy Tulowitzki and DJ LeMahieu played decent, but he got hurt. So, and then
wasn't that what we needed?
Y'all also traded for Rougned Odor. Y'all traded for Anthony Rizzo, who didn't even play in the No, he did play.
He did play. He hit a home run. He started
You're right.
the rally.
You're right. And then got also traded for Joey Gallo, who went 0 for 3, and also hit 120 in a Yankee uniform.
Yeah, I'm coming to realization of that, and it's kind of like, it's not exciting. When you like for it to be like certain fans, it's like Alabama fans. Like if y'all was to just like stop winning championships right now and just like keep going to like the first round of the playoffs and losing our SEC championship. And,
So if we were like Clemson,
yeah, y'all would be like, well, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable.
it wouldn't be.
So it's the same thing like with the Yankees. Oh,
Shoot, it wasn't acceptable the year LSU won the national championship. It wasn't acceptable going 2 years where we didn't even win the national championship.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that felt like for eternity, boy. When we finally beat Georgia in that national championship, I felt so good. I was like, it felt like forever, and it had only been 2 years.
It's like that's what it's like to be a Yankee fan. You can't get happy over those things.
I feel it.
So it's nothing to celebrate. You saw my Instagram, and I put like the water boy thing. I was like, oh no, we stink again.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I wouldn't necessarily move on from him yet, but Brendan said he's leaning more towards your side of get rid of Stanton and Judge, even though y'all not gonna get a Mike Trout from that. But
yeah, we are.
No,
you
y'all
gotta
not.
keep faith, bro.
Y'all not getting Mike Trout.
Mike Trout for Stanton and Judge. Ooh. And then watch he come over here and get on the DL 15 games in.
But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I would be patient, but I get why the tension is high in New York.
Yeah, tired of sucking, bro.
Pause. But we're gonna. With that being said, we're gonna end it. With that, you can follow us on all social media at Not Another Sports Podcast. I mean, on Facebook and Instagram at Not Another Sports Podcast, and on Twitter at N_A_S_podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at this_guy11 and on Instagram at _thisguy11. Make sure you watch us every week on YouTube at Cool Telly, and you can follow me on Twitch, Mr_Steal Your Wi-Fi.
That was it? That was the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, guys. This is Kevin, and this is Zion.
Yes, sir.
Excuse his little interruptions in the podcast.
That man said he want to be involved.
You know, that's just how it is with kids. But, you know, that's how we do it over here at Not Another Sports Podcast. Be real over here. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Vice City Kevo, and continue to stream. How Mamba 2. I almost cracked 1,000 streams in a week. That's big for someone who don't have any promotion, nothing like that for me.
Yes, sir.
And stuff like that, and doing what I do. So I appreciate everybody listening to the album and stuff like that. And yeah, anything else?
No, it's usually your line.
That being said, everybody be safe. Black Lives Matter. Wash your hands.
Lávate las manos.
Black Lives Matters, and go Gators.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. I give you a B minus for your behavior.
I'm dead. It wasn't terrible, but you got the job done. You passed.
You did pass, baby. You did pass.
All right. Now I'm gonna pass you this chair. Lávate las manos. Shout out to American Dad.
Watch your hands, boy.
Lávate las manos. You follow me to the house? I can slap that.
Your mama said take pictures, but you did a whole podcast, baby.
Oh God, you in there?
You in there, man.
We have plenty of footage of you.
When I gave him the car, bro, like I was looking for an off switch.
Not much. We had it that way. See, Uncle? Right here? See me? Who's that? What? You said bring ice?
What'd you say?